During the post-war reconstruction, limited resources and labour were funneled to key industries by the government under a priority production system. Basic industries like coal, steel and electric power were the first beneficiaries. The active involvement of the state enabled the country to rebuild efficiently after the war. In the late 1950s, new technologies, along with a stable supply of electricity and fuel, led to a giant surge in mass production. Large-scale domestic production made cars and household appliances cheap enough for most people to afford them. This promoted a sense of social equality. The high-growth era created a consumer society characterized by expanding demand and a casual attitude towards buying things and throwing them away. The number of people who considered themselves middle class grew rapidly. Oshin's new life went well. Eventually, she opened one of Japan's first self-service supermarkets. Her progress from fish seller to supermarket owner reflected Japan's own economic success story.
あとは前を向いて進むだけです。どうかよろしくお願いいたします。
よろしくお願いします。
随分お客様もお待ちです。では開店ということに。いらっしゃいませ。お待たせしました。いらっしゃいませ。
当店はセルフサービス方式となっております。お客様は当店が用意したおかごをお取りくださいませ。お買い物はかごの中にお入れいただき、出口の勘定までまとめてお支払いくださいませ。
はい、お代はこちらでは頂戴いたします。あちらの勘定場の方でよろしくお願いします。
ありがとうございました。はい、どうもいいです。いらっしゃいませ。
Her sales grew steadily, and the next year she opened a second store, and then another, and another. In what seemed like no time, she had a whole chain and had built up a major regional business. A policy of backing smaller enterprises helped many small workshops grow into global brands. Sony made its name around the world with the transistor radio and the Walkman. Honda produced fuel-efficient, high-quality cars. Both began as small neighborhood workshops. Building on Japan's basic economic structure, they added their own innovations to achieve tremendous success. But as the cities drew Japan's labor, rural villages began to suffer from depopulation. The income gap between employment in primary and secondary industries, rural and urban areas, began to grow rapidly. Various countermeasures were taken, including the Agricultural Basic Law in 1961. The government provided huge subsidies for land improvements. The idea was to make farms bigger and more efficient. Meanwhile, the government used the Food Control Law to regulate rice distribution. Price support guaranteed farmers a larger, more stable income. In 1962, in an effort to check the increasing disparity among regions, 15 new industrial cities were designated throughout Japan. Many industrial parks were built, offering preferential zoning and other incentives. Also, taxes were allocated so that each local authority could offer the same standards of service. Plans were also laid for a comprehensive social insurance system. In the past, many people had died simply because they could not afford medical care. To stop this happening, a public health insurance system was set up in 1961 to make health insurance in some form available to everyone. As a result, Japanese citizens now enjoy the world's longest lifespans. By the end of the high-speed growth era, 90% of Japanese classified themselves as middle class. Japan is unique in having flexibly adapted the best elements of other social systems to complement a capitalist foundation.